Hello, Mixed Knot Cases and Dog Days of podcasting listeners. This is Nuchess, and this is the second time I'm recording this because, I don't know, Alphonic screwed up and missed the first recording. This is the last episode, officially, of Dog Days of Podcasting. It is Labor Day, and this is Dinner and a Movie. I am going to talk about a movie, but before I get to that, I want to talk about finishing my Lego set. So, Tech and I came back from up north, and I told you about starting the Lego set of the Great Wave, and the first time we were working on it, we've got this big ottoman coffee table sort of thing, and we were working on it there, and it was hurting my back, and I kept changing positions, but I didn't want to stop doing Lego. So this time, we got to about the bags that were labeled 9 and said, we'll pack it up and finish it when we get back. I was not taking this up to up north, and so I did that, and then when we came back, I said, I am setting this up on the kitchen table because I'm not bending over like that, and that was a much better idea. Haven't stood up yet, so actually I did a little bit before dinner and a little bit after, so yeah, it wasn't too bad. And I got to finished up with bags that were labeled 14. There were like 4 of them. And I said, it's almost time for bed. I don't know. Do I want to finish up? And Tech said, come on, you just have bags 15 left, right? Because it's not bag 15. There's multiple ones, right? And I said, okay. So he convinced me. I did it. And, we got it done. It's all done. It's framed. It's ready to go. It's all set to, be hung up. It's got these special little hooks that they made that go on the back so you can mount it. I am going to put it behind me on my, behind my desk there. I am very particular about what shows up behind me on my desk because I'm on camera all day. And I'm working from home, being on camera all day. I don't use a fake backdrop. We have some very nice branded ones, but I have, my art behind me. I have a lot of cool things, and people like looking at it. They like seeing the different things. Everybody loves my art. They all like Rory. My company actually hired Mercury Stardust to come and do a talk for the company. And if you don't know Mercury Stardust, they're the trans handyman. You can find them on Instagram and I assume TikTok and all the other places, but I follow them on Instagram. They've got a book. Their content is focused around home maintenance, and just anybody can do it. And it's Mercury is somebody that was a professional contractor, and now their content is focused around helping people do their own stuff, which I think is really empowering. So anyway, they were looking at all the backgrounds and stuff as we were waiting for things to get started. And they said, I love the dragon paintings. Those are amazing. And some of my coworkers chimed in and said, and she painted them herself. Those are her paintings. And some people even knew, that's Rory. So that was really cool. I really enjoyed that. So this is going to go behind me. It's pretty big. I'm excited to find just the right spot. I may agonize over it for a little while. I mean, as we all do. There's just one problem. I had so much fun putting this together. I want to put together more Lego. Lego just begets Lego. Tonight's Dinner and a Movie is going to kind of follow this art theme because I am going to talk about the movie Paint. The movie stars Owen Wilson, and he's basically playing a Bob Ross type. It is not Bob Ross. It is in no way Bob Ross, but definitely that kind of style. He's got a PBS show where he teaches people how to paint, and he's been doing it for years and all this other stuff. And he used to paint lots of different landscapes, but then after a while, he just started painting this one mountain, the majestic Mount Rainier. I'm sure I'm misremembering the name of the mountain, but yeah. So this is his. It's not quite a comedy, but it's funny. It's not quite a drama, but it's got the feels. It's just a fun, comforting kind of movie to watch. I really enjoyed it, having the background with Bob Ross and art and everything. It was really cool. And another neat factor is when I was streaming on Twitch, which I did a lot of, I started before the pandemic, but then it wasn't that long before the pandemic. And then the pandemic, it blew up. And I was doing a lot of that during the everybody staying at home business. And I made a lot of friends there. And one of the friends that I made was actually somebody that was getting certified to teach in the Bob Ross style of painting. There's, specific certification and everything. And I was following along her adventures with that. And then when this movie came out, after she got certified and all the other stuff, when this movie came out, she actually was finally able to talk. And she says, okay, I can talk publicly about this. But she was hired by Owen Wilson to do a painting lesson at his house for his friends and family and everything, and just went and taught people the Bob Ross method of painting. And I just think it's really neat that he went through the effort to kind of get that. I mean, it's not like he was actually painting in the movie, but he wanted to, get that authenticity. And I think that's really cool. So she had pictures of him and his friends and some of the other cast with their paintings, and they were all painting the mountain. And I just thought that was really cool. So anyway, so the movie is fun. It's a little comforting, and that will lead us to our food that we're going to pair it with. So there is a dish called golden curry, and I have made the curry sauce from scratch. And it's okay, but it does not match what is in the box. It is a specific golden curry box. They look like those little wax cubes, but it's just curry. You add water, you cook it up, you add your vegetables, you add your protein, put it over rice or whatever you're going to put it over. And it's perfect. It's perfect every time. They sell a spicy version. I don't think it tastes very spicy. You can add spice to it, whatever you want, but it is just a perfect, comforting food. And that's what Tech made tonight, because we had just come home and he's like, what do you want? I was like, let's go for chicken. How about some curry? And he put it over chips. It was lovely. Like I said, I've made it from scratch, but it's not nearly as good as the box. I prefer usually to make things from scratch because I don't want all the extra stuff. This is just one of those things that you just have to say, I'm going to buy the box. So a lot of the sumo wrestlers that we follow, they have YouTube channels where you see their day-to-day life. And a big part of that is the food. So in the sumo stables, the wrestlers are the ones that are doing the cooking. They don't have a chef or anything. So when you watch them cook, almost everything they do is from scratch because it's a lot cheaper, it's a lot healthier, things like that. They use the box of golden curry. When I saw that, I said, okay, I am forgiven for not being able to get this recipe right. Everywhere I go online, they say, just use the box. You can make it, but just use the box. Nobody actually makes it from scratch. And I'm going to agree with that one. So, golden curry, it is creamy. It is delicious. It is mild. It is just going to make you feel good. It's always going to hit just right, and it's always going to be delicious. Throw on paint, watch a little fun, and put together some cool Lego, and you have got yourself a perfect night. I want to thank everyone for listening to the Dog Days of Podcasting, whether you've just been listening to me or the entire mega feed. I really hope that you are listening to the Mondo feed, sorry, because there are so many other great voices. I am still only on day 18, and I'm not going to go into all my responses here, but I do think that you should definitely give them a listen. I believe today is the last official day. I'm not quite sure. Craig, who has set this up for us, did not say when the last day was. I might throw a few more episodes out there because I still have some more movies and TV shows that I've written down that I want to talk about. So might get into that. You will hear Dog Days of Podcasting again in December. Some people do the Dog Days of Advent. Some people do 12 days of podcasting, as I call it. That's what I do. I do 12 days in December. Some people do every day. we get together in December. Some of us, not everyone, but some of us get together in December and do something special. I like to do little test kitchens and making food, and I'll talk about the different food that I'm making. I invite you to come back then. It'll be awesome. If you have only heard me through the Dog Days of Podcasting and you would like to hear more of my adventures and more of these dinner and movies, or my regular show, which I do 2 full episodes a month, you can go to nimlas.org, NIMLAS.org, and subscribe to my RSS feed. There, you will also find Paul Mackey's One Idiots Cast RSS feed, and you will also find Jay Langen's Masterpiece Audio Theater RSS feed. I know he's put out one episode, but I have not gotten to that one yet. And if you are listening to the Mondo feed, make sure that if you're not done listening, go and download everything so that when Craig turns the feed off, you don't miss out on those episodes. I actually went through and downloaded every single episode tonight just to make sure that I don't miss anything. This has been a lot of fun. It always is a lot of fun. Even with my big over a week stretch, what was it, like a week and a half not being able to record, it's always really fun listening to everybody, participating, creating, and I look forward to it every year. And every time I think, oh, nobody's listening, somebody reaches out and tells me that they've been listening or how they can't wait to hear my latest dinner and the movies and things like that. So it's definitely a rewarding experience. And what I like about it is some people, it's the only time I ever hear from them. They only ever record during Dog Days. But for me, it's a way of breaking things up and doing things a little different. And it's funny, a lot of podcasts that I know, like Astronomy Cast, they often take the summer off, right? For me, I actually end up doing more episodes. It's probably about the same amount of content, but it's more episodes. And it's just kind of a break from the regular. So I'm still doing stuff, but at the same time, it gives that summer feel. So I really like it. And I hope you liked it too. Talk to you later. Bye. Nutty Bites is produced by Nimlas Studios under a Creative Commons Attribution No Commercial Non-Derivatives 3.0 International License. That means you can't change it without my permission. You can share it and send it to your friends. Just link back to me, my site, and everything. We live at nimlas.org, which has links to everything social media, including facebook.com/group/nuttybites and patreon.com/nukejoss, or call 347-NUTTY42.